Okay. Just follow. We'll see.
Yeah.
That's it.
Content d'être revenu en Zambie avec l'équipe de Samba.
Oh, très, bien sûr. Juste un peu surpris de ce qu'on va faire ce matin.
Well, one who tends to wonder that we have driving schools that are deemed to offload drivers who are not almost
Guys, are you ready? Oui! Timba! Timbalada!
We are a theatre company. We stage productions. We put on different shows, classical ballet to opera. We started like that, and we are more facilitators of opportunities and especially focused on youth development in a sense. And when I talk about youth development, see the potential in someone and then work with it. You can take your guys that are studying music and stuff like that, great, but we want the non people that can't afford to go to university also to come and take part in it and then build them up from there. Right? And a lot of them have now started their own bands. They are playing with some of the biggest names in and around Cape Town now, or backing them up, you know what I mean? So it's a program that happens every single year, but it's again more education for the artists about what they need to do before. So a lot of the jazz guys will do outside gigs and on at different events, but they also you can't just rely on that person to be looking after you. You still need to look after yourself, make sure, or your own music. So we've had a artist that started doing development around, if each artist, whether it's a bass player or a drummer, if they've got a song, we unpack it and we create and take their song further, and that's their composition. So the band will work together to make that music, that new music. And what's happened from that is a lot of the artists have now started putting CDs together and albums together and working with big names, because they're more confident in taking their music career further. In other centers playing the music, they're now creating new music and new jazz music, you know what I mean?
This is what I just played now. Every good boy deserves fruit. And then I will play face. Teach them the final or the fundamentals of the note values. Like you guys playing in samba. You're playing the beats, you're playing the rhythms, you're playing the note values. You don't know what, for me, beforehand I used to play, I didn't know what note I'm playing, or the value I'm playing, or the rhythm I'm playing. Anything of the piece that we must prepare, I need to know what I'm going to do. So like I'm saying, every day it's a learning curve for me. Although I am 34, I don't know anything or everything about music.
A lot of them started and they could perform. Like I said, I explained the other day, they can play by the ear any song, but they could never read music. So what's happened is a few of them have gone through that process and now read music and are passing the knowledge they've learned on to the new young kids in their community that's starting. So instead of the kids just playing the instruments, they're teaching them the music, how to read music completely now. So it's that skills exchange that the continuous skills exchange that's happening through their band.
Then we go into the intro again.
Crescendo.
Crescendo. The first cycle, the end of the first cycle, and the G. But then you put on.
Okay.
Oh, you can. Boom, 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 boom. Then we go. Okay.
So you are suggesting that we put the pam 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 and after we.
Then you go. Then you go. Pum kaka pum pum kaka kiri gum. So if we can sing it, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pum kaka pum kaka kiri gum. Okay, so basically, I'm going to reintroduce myself. Yeah, so I'm going to present this workshop. You guys are going to be our participants, and we're going to be the facilitators. So we'll do it the exact way that we do it, even with the sentence. We'll introduce a character, but then this character can only come if we sing a song. Okay. Without the song, the character can't come. So if we really want to see the character, I'll teach you guys a song that we have to sing, so that this character can come.
Teach us.
Yeah? Okay. So this song goes like this. When I say, you guys are just supposed to say, Can you say 1, 2, 3, go? Okay.
There's a big tree, biggest tree ever. It touches the stars. Yes. Oh. And underneath there, that's the house of the chief. You know, their ancestors of late have been having sleepless nights. Their ancestors are in trouble. The subject are not well in Lusaka. Most dangerous place. And the people are strange. Where you can even see metal boxes. They float on wheels. And people sit on it. They sit inside on it. Yeah. And they don't have markets. Instead, they have big, tall buildings where they shop. Yes, food, where they buy food.
Tu aides la personne à exprimer elle, sa propre solution. Quoi. Et là, pour le coup, c'est ce qu'il faut.
Ouais, tu essaies de motiver la personne, mais tu fais pas...
Parce qu'elle n'est pas à l'attente, sinon elle est dans l'action. Tu vois, elle n'est pas... Comment dire, elle fait partie de la solution d'une manière active et pas non active, passive.
Oui,
voilà.
Et donc là, l'atelier tout à l'heure, ça aurait été comment... Qu'est-ce que tu fais quand tu te sens triste, quoi? Et
là,
du coup,
c'était ça, il disait, c'était sur
C'est une
l'expression
difficulté en fait.
travailler sur les émotions, en fait, les sentiments. Là, ils sont au stade où ils ont pu collecter les gamins et ils sont devant eux. C'est pour ça qu'ils racontaient. Et tu vas, tiens, voilà l'argent pour prendre le bus. Ils leur font resituer des choses qui se sont passées avant.
Qui sont vécues vraiment.
Et qui sont vécues en fait, réelles.
Dans
Mais ils
la
sont
réalité.
à un moment où il faut qu'ils les aident à commencer à exprimer un peu qu'est-ce qui se passe. Voilà. Comment tu te sens.
Dans mon parcours jusqu'ici, c'est quoi les sentiments que j'ai eus? Voilà. Donc face à ces difficultés que j'ai eues et que j'ai, comment je peux agir face à ces difficultés en fait.
Et que la solution vienne d'eux.
Voilà.
Que eux-mêmes ils puissent dire.
Parce que les outils qui sont donnés à oncle John, c'est leur outil en fait. Sauf qu'ils ne le voient pas en eux, ils le voient dans l'autre.
So at Living Hope Foundation, yeah, so this is one of the Barefeet centers that Barefeet works with. So we're here to do music lessons with the children. Yeah, so the guys from South Africa came to teach the kids about music. Barefeet is a non-government organization that works with different children coming from different communities. So in Barefeet, there's what we call Barefeet Children's Council. So Barefeet Children's Council, it's a group of young children that comes from different communities. So Barefeet Children's Council acts as a bridge between Barefeet and the communities. Yeah, so it's a group of young children that comes from different communities. So we have 45 communities within Lusaka and outside Lusaka. Outside Lusaka we have Livingstone, Kawe and Kaoma. So in Lusaka, what we do, as Barefeet Children's Council, we get things that are happening in our communities, we bring them to Barefeet and find a solution using art, theater, It may be poetry, it may be dance, it may be drumming. Yeah, so that's what we do most. And sometimes we invite stakeholders, gatekeepers, MPs, councillors. They come on board, maybe in our communities. Yeah, so that we get to tell them the problems, things that are happening in our communities. Yeah, using art, using theatre. So Barefeet Children's Council is a group of young kids. It's more like a kids' parliament. It's more like a children's parliament. So I think for Barefeet, for you to get to join or Barefeet, you have to be connected. You have to be connected to a certain center. Yeah. So like John came from a different center, me, I came from a different center, Musa came from Luwuto, me and Musa, we came from a Luwuto. So I think for you to be part of Barefeet, you have to be connected to a certain center. Yeah, that works with Barefeet. That's how we recruit. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're spreading a legacy.
Yes, it's more like we're spreading the information to one generation, from one generation to another, from one generation to another. We're not just keeping the information to ourselves. We do recruit others. Yeah. So that's what we do most.
That's one? B. So let's go through the guide. B and a G. I. B.
Yes, that's what we're doing most, because culture is an art, is a symbol of peace, and yeah, it's a symbol of prosperity, happiness, love, unity. Yeah, that's what our culture brings us together. Yeah, that's what we do most.
Different structures, and these notes, you put it together to give you a melody. So, you know, you are singing melodies, different melodies, as well as you can play the phrases in the melodies as values, rhythms, and rhythms.
Barefeet, first of all, Barefeet was formed. Some of the members who were there at the time who were forming Barefeet came direct from the street, so it's very easy. We have a great presence on the street, and we have our outreach program where we do go to the street to meet with the children who live on the street, interact with them, find out reasons why they live on the street and why, and also find out their dreams, their ambitions, and also just to inspire them and also invite them to our workshops, because we want to also use their energy for good use. So that they grow up with the same energy to start doing something responsible that can contribute to the development agenda of this country. Yeah, so we have our outreach team that is always out there to engage with young people. And because we are already known by the kids on the street already, so they are on their own also following us. So they know where our office is, they know where our workshops take place from in the communities, so they are always there, so it's not difficult to find them.
For me, it was a great experience. I mean, it is on rare occasions that the young people from the centers would be that kind of happy. So most of them, that is how come at the center where we went at Kafwa.
And they told us that in this school there are success stories. That, for example, there is one kid that was from the street, from that school, who is actually now in the university studying medicine. Another one is going to
pharmacy.
Yeah, pharmacy studies, so high-level studies at university, which means that those structure, even though it's very difficult right now, they help them build their confidence, build their skills, so that they can go further, and it's really stepping stones. Maybe it's just the first one because it starts very low, but this is important.
I don't think we actually know how privileged we are. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we tend to like, we're being ungrateful and stuff. There isn't actually words to say. But they're so small and so innocent, and you can see in their faces like they don't really want to interact with you because you're only going to be there for a short period of time, so you're going to hype them up for like half an hour. What happens after that? And even you could see it when we were in the bus, they was just sitting there on the grass. Nothing happened afterwards. So yeah, the workshop is good to do, but what do you do after that? Once you are gone, you're away from them. You just go back to your normal lives and we live our lives. So
I think we shouldn't look at it as a bad experience.
no, it isn't,
Yeah,
but it's still, it hits hard.
I think it does affect them positively as well. I know at first they were a bit reserved, and in our culture it can be a mix of being respectful and also just you're new. But I think they really appreciate such experiences, and that's why we work in such centers, because we give that experience. For us, we continue working in such centers because the children have something to do every week. If we're meeting them twice a week, so that's what they do. So for them, usually, I know from the last project we did as well, a lot of people were like really sad. And I think you should, this is a good opportunity for them also to experience or learn from new people, as well as you also experiencing working with them as young people. And obviously everything that we learn as Barefeet from you guys is what we're going to have to put in the workshops when we're creating the modules, the games that we're learning from you, the songs that we're learning from you. Is obviously going to go back in the we put it in a module and make it part of the program that we work with them. So I think it was I know it can be very emotional, and I'm glad this time we didn't bring the kids directly from the street, because last time I think it was very emotional for people. So, but we wanted this time around to work in the centers to make sure that you have also a good experience. Because I felt like last time a lot of people were really sad after the experience. Yes. So yeah, everything we're learning from you, we're gonna continue and put it in the modules and make sure that the kids also participate. And they definitely always have fun and they learn a lot from that. So that is whatever we're going to learn from you guys. Don't worry, we're gonna yes down.